Hello everyone. Today I'm going to walk you through a fun and interactive activity using AI Lab, where we'll explore how machine learning works by training models and making predictions. Don't worry, it's super beginner-friendly, and I'll explain everything step by step. Let's get started. First, we're going to train a model to tell the difference between fruits and vegetables based on how hard and juicy they are. So I'll click Run and hover over the dots. Orange ones are fruits, purple ones are veggies. Now I'll change the axes, x-axis to hardness, y-axis to juiciness. Using the drop-downs, I'll draw a line that helps the model classify at least 80% of both fruits and veggies correctly. Once that's done, I'll test it with a pineapple. Hardness 4, juiciness 9. Let's see what the model thinks. Yep, it says pineapple is a fruit. That means our model is working well. Let's move on. Instructions. This screen lets you choose features to use in your model. Do this. Follow the instructions on your activity guide to decide which feature to select. Now we're training a model to predict shapes based on features. I'll choose sides and size because they seem to have a strong relationship with shape. When I click on a column, I get extra info on the side panel. This helps me spot patterns. I'll add these features and press Train. AI bot is training. It took 90% of the dataset to examine and look for patterns. It's kind of like studying for a test. Once it sees enough examples, it should be able to make decisions that are similar to the data it's seen so far. Now, AI bot is checking how well it did. It's taking the other 10% of the dataset and predicting what it thinks the label will be. On the screen, you can see how accurate AI bot when comparing its predictions to the testing data that we already know the answers to. Let's try it out. Set the sides as 3 and size as big. AI will predict shapes as triangle since it has learned that triangle has 3 sides. Let's try more with other examples to deepen our understanding. Next, we're building a model to predict if someone likes a pizza with fried chicken. I'll select fried chicken and add features that seem relevant. We can also click Details to check where AI get corrects or incorrects and compare the answers. The prediction you get back, like or dislike, isn't a random guess. It's the model's conclusion based on the data it was trained on. For example, if your model was trained on data showing that most people who like pepperoni also like bacon, and you select yes for both, the model is likely to predict a like preference. Once we're done testing, we click Finish. Now we're helping a bubble tea shop recommend drinks to customers. Select bubble tea datasets. The side panels tell information about the surveys like potential use and when not to use. Select features that we want to use in the model. Selection: regular boba, lychee, banana, sea salt cream. Look at the additional information on the side panel. Use a crosstab table to determine if the features are useful or not. Remember to look at the hotspots in the data. A hotspot in the data refers to a pattern or trend that stands out when analyzing the data. For example, look for toppings that are strongly correlated with liking boba tea, like pudding or grass jelly. The crosstab table in AI Lab should show a clear hotspot for customers who like boba tea also liking those toppings. Let's test our model. Enter. Regular boba, yes. Lychee, no. Sea salt cream, no. Banana, yes. Now click Predict. Check the accuracy of your model. When the AI bot decides likes or dislikes, it's letting you know how the people in the survey would feel about that bubble tea. We are done with Lesson 7, Introduction to AI Lab. Now let's navigate to Lesson 13. In this lesson, students will be introduced to numerical data, which represents a range of values. Students are presented with a scenario where every feature and label is represented with numerical data, and they learn to use the new data visualization tools within AI Lab to help find patterns. Here we're predicting the number of lions in a wildlife reserve based on environmental and human activity data. I'll choose features like people, antelope, trees, overgrowth percent, and elephants. Don't panic if the accuracy is below 80%. We can try again and keep retraining until we find the accurate model. Now we will add another feature, Rhino. After training, I'll check if the model is at least 80% accurate. Then I'll test it with some sample data and compare the prediction with actual numbers. Here, AI predicts that there will be 61 lions based on the features we choose. Finally, I'll fill out a model card with details like the model name, intended use, and limitations. This helps others understand how the model works and what it's good for. This is what a model card looks like. A model card in AI development is a brief document that provides key details about a machine learning model, including its intended use, performance characteristics, training data, and potential limitations or risks. Model cards are important because they promote transparency and accountability around AI systems. Let's import our Lion Predictor model into an app. I'll go to the gear icon, select Manage AI Models, and import it. In the top left corner, click Design. Then I'll update the design to make it more user-friendly, adding questions like, how many trees? And what's the temperature? Let's create a welcome screen. Most apps have a welcome screen when the app first loads, which helps set expectations for the user. In the next few levels, we'll add a welcome screen to our app. Still in the design mode, click the drop-down at the top of the app and select New Screen. On the workspace, set the ID to Welcome Screen. Press the Make Default button. Drag out a label and type Lion Population Predictor as the text of the label. Drag out another label and type a short description of what the app does. For example, this app will predict the number of lions in a wildlife reserve or safari park based on environmental and human activity data. App Lab has several icons you can use for your apps. Let's add an arrow icon to our app that we can use to navigate to the next screen. Drag out an image element. Set the ID of this element to Next icon. Next to the image property, click the blue Choose link. Click on the icon and search Next icon. You can choose whatever icon you want. Now change to code mode. Drag a var block and place it at the bottom of the ready code. Drag out an onEvent block. Place it under the var block. For the var block, insert data and curly braces. Set the ID of the block to Next icon. Inside the onEvent, drag out a Set Screen block and select Screen 1 from the drop-down menu. Click Run to see if it is working. We should be able to navigate to Screen 1 by clicking the image icon. Let's create a Read Home screen out loud. We can use the Play Speech block to read the text on our home page out loud. This is a great way to make our app more accessible for folks with vision impairments. Drag out a Play Speech block to the very top of your code, on line 2, under the var block. In the first blank, type in the text we want to read out loud. It's a good idea to include the name of the app and its purpose. Click Run to test if it's working.
Lion Population Predictor. This app can help predict the number of lions in wildlife reserve or safari park based on environmental and human activity data.
Yes, it is working. This is a great way to make our app more accessible for folks with vision impairments. Now it's time to improve the style of our program. Let's make the design a little more stylish and appealing to the eyes. We can do this using AppLab's pre-made themes. Change to design mode. In the design toolbox, choose your theme. Change the theme for both of the page, welcome screen, and screen 1.
Lion Population Predictor. This app can help predict the number of lions in wildlife reserve or safari park based on environmental and human activity data.
Yay! Our program is working. Congratulations on completing the lessons in the AI and Machine Learning course. Hope you had fun with the interactive AI lab activities and feel inspired to continue exploring artificial intelligence.